What's up, everybody? My name is Anton Dyball, and welcome to 120 Motivation, where we believe in giving 120%. This is actually the first video that I've posted to this channel, and I'm pretty surprised I haven't uploaded motivational content sooner, because really for the past 2-3 years of my life, I've just been completely obsessed with it, and it's really helped me to radically transform my own life and become more successful in a lot of different areas. I don't remember what the event was that triggered it. Maybe I just happened to randomly stumble upon a video thanks to the YouTube algorithm. Maybe I was seeking it out. I don't remember what was the trigger, but once I started listening to motivational content, literally just like the beginning stages were just going to YouTube, typing motivation, and just listening to videos. Once I started doing that and actually acting upon the information and ideas and advice that I learned, my life just exploded in so many different ways, and I think differently, I feel differently, I'm much more successful and further ahead in a lot of different areas. If you would have taken the person that I was like 4 or 5 years ago and said, just a couple years from now, this is where you're going to be, I would not have believed you, because I had a lot of really bad anxiety problems and was going nowhere, had no direction, no goals, totally out of shape. In so many different areas, I have just improved my life dramatically in the course of just a couple of years. So I figured it's about time that I start posting some motivational content of my own, just kind of giving some advice, talking about some principles that help me to be more confident, be more successful, stay productive, use my time efficiently, things of that nature. Hopefully you'll find this channel and these videos useful, and hopefully it will add value to your life. So, in this first video, I'm going to talk about a couple key principles, and the first one is really a principle that helped me to start this channel, and it's really a principle that I think underlies a lot of the key improvements I've made over my life, and that's to simply be decisive and launch when you get a good idea that could help you to improve your life. When I look back at my life over the past couple years, I see that so many of the changes that have helped me to move in the right direction, it wasn't like these things that I was thinking about for a very long time, and it's like a lifelong dream of mine. Oftentimes, it was an idea that I just had in the moment, and I decided to act upon it right then and there, and just go for it, and just launch. So many ideas we have. So many good ideas we have. It pops into our head and we just forget about it and we just go on with our lives. I think it's very important when you get a good idea. Don't procrastinate. Don't say maybe I'll pick it up later. If you know that it's a good idea, right then and there, just fucking go for it. Just take action, write it down, make a note of it. Don't allow yourself to forget it. Mark Twain famously once said, "The key to getting ahead is getting started." And that is so true. Here in December, about a month from now, I'm going to be getting my black belt in Krav Maga, assuming everything goes well with the testing and so forth. And, the story of how I started martial arts, it's hilarious. It's not like I was watching fights in the UFC and I was like, yes, I would like to be a champion martial artist. It's not like I watched a fucking Bruce Lee movie and it was like as a kid and it was some lifelong dream of mine. No, I was literally just one day a couple years ago sitting in my apartment watching that Marvel show Iron Fist, where there's like a lot of corny ass martial arts fights going on. And I was just like, that'd be pretty cool to do that. And then the idea just popped into my head right then and there. It's like, I could take martial arts classes. I could actually learn how to do this. I could actually learn how to defend myself and kick ass like this. Maybe not like that, because, it's Hollywood. They're doing all kinds of crazy shit, like fighting 10 people at once and flawlessly knocking them out and all that stuff. But it just kind of hit me in that moment. I was like, I could actually do this. I could actually learn this, and I could get good at this. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I just pulled out my phone right there, and I was like, martial arts studios near me. And I just looked at a couple, looked at the reviews. And then I called one of the places in town. The guy picked up. I was like, I'm kind of interested. He was like, come on in. We'll do a little trial class and we'll see what we think. And it just that simple thought while watching some shitty-ass TV show on Netflix was enough to send me on this path where 1 month from now I'll be getting a black belt. And I feel so much more confident in my ability to defend myself and, get home safe if I'm in a situation where my life is in danger. Not like I'm stupid enough to go out and try to like be a fucking hero and fight 10 people like you see in the movies, but I do feel much more confident in my ability to defend myself. And that kind of generalized confidence, I think, transfers over to many other areas of your life. And that's all it took, was just one little idea that I could have just forgotten. I could have just sat there on the couch and kept watching the show. And I would have no idea of how to defend myself. And it's little things like that throughout my life, in so many different areas. That's all it took, was just one little thought. I have another YouTube channel that's it's not like super successful, but I have like about 12,000 subscribers. Basically, I do a lot of debunking of arguments I disagree with, whether it's like some sort of young earth creationist argument or some kind of political argument I disagree with, or it's some kind of conspiracy. I pretty much just debunk arguments that piss me off and that I think are silly, explain what's wrong with them, point out the facts, bust out the data, all that stuff. Channel name is A Skeptical Human, by the way, in case you're curious. But anyway, I say that not to shamelessly plug my other channel, but to say the decision to start making videos on that channel, it was another one of those things where I was just like hanging out one day at my apartments, still in college at this time, and I just had this idea. I was like, maybe I'll just make a video, and I made a video, and it sucked. It was the worst thing you've ever seen. It was horrible in like every single aspect of video production. But I was like, maybe I'll make another after that. And I was like, fuck it, I made another. And then, a couple days, a week later, I was like, I kind of enjoy this. And I decided to make another. And I just kept going, and I stuck with it. And now I'm at the point where, several years into it, the quality of my content is so much better. I have some paid subscribers. I'm making some money from it, not enough to like pay the bills and buy me a Lamborghini or anything, but I'm making some money from something that I'm passionate about, that I care about, that I enjoy doing, that I think adds value to the world. And that's all it took, was one thought, one decision like that. And just look back at things that have improved your life, and you'll see over and over again, if you really think back to the moment, if you can recall it, that's all it was one decision, one idea. And that ability to bridge that gap between having an idea and actually taking the initiative is something that a lot of people lack and really holds them back. And even in the little things in life, the same mindset, I think, applies. Like, let me give you an example from today and from recently. So at my day job, basically, long story short, there were some supplies that broke down or that we didn't have, and we needed them to make our jobs easier. I'm just trying to really simplify it because the details are totally irrelevant. If I didn't take the initiative to go out after work, go to Walmart real fast and just grab the shit myself, I know that it would have taken like several weeks for the company or management there to be like, all right, fine, we'll order the stuff and we'll replace it. And it would have just been annoying to have to work around that and have to make the adjustments, missing that equipment. Not saying I work for a bad company or anything. It's a great company, very happy to work there. Great management, yada, yada, great job, blah, blah, blah. The point is, certain things, other people won't take the initiative to get them done, and you're going to have to just suffer and be frustrated for days, weeks, or you can just be like, you know what, I'm going to go to fucking Walmart, I'm going to buy this shit myself, and boom, just like that. You get an idea, it's like, this thing needs to be done, this thing is missing, we need this piece of equipment, and you can just go that night and grab it. I did it a couple weeks ago with something we needed, I did it tonight with something else we needed. Get an idea and just fucking launch. If you have an idea, like, your computer's fucking up and there's like, just recently, I upgraded more RAM on my computer because it was slow, having issues with, video editing and uploading and multitasking. And I could have just continued to be frustrated. I could have been like, this sucks, and just like complain about it. Just like so many other people do in their lives where they have problems, they have frustrations. They know what the simple solutions are, but instead of actually acting in a productive way that would fix the situation, they just complain about it. And they're just like, this fucking sucks, and they just bitch about it to other people. No, just take action, make the changes. When you get that idea, go for it, be decisive, and launch. That's one of the core principles that I want to talk about. Wanted to talk about in this first video. Two others. One is to basically make adjustments. Sometimes you are going to find yourself in a situation where there's some sort of problem or obstacle in front of you, and your normal course of activity it's not gonna work. You're not able to do it. Doesn't matter what you do, what your career is, what the activity is, there's always going to be some kind of obstacle that you encounter. And there's a quote I really like, Billy Alsbrook, he's a motivational speaker, where he says, the first sign of a loser is an excuse. Don't make excuses when something presents itself in front of you. Don't be like, well, like recently I've had like this really shitty injury streak, not like full on injuries, but like pains and aches and stuff that sucked ass for a couple days. And I could have been like, I'm not going to work out today. I'm not going to work out for the next couple days. That would be 99% of people, if they had, like I had some pretty bad back pain, and then my neck was really fucked up this past week from, I don't know if it was like in martial arts or maybe working out or whatever it is. Pretty bad back pain, pretty bad neck pain. It would be perfectly reasonable, and frankly it probably would have been the good decision from a physical health perspective. Maybe it would have been wise for me to just take a couple days off and let my body heal. I have a really good workout streak going where I've just been working out as many days as I can in a row. I'm up to 330 days in a row right now, and there's a real psychological benefit that you get from doing something that improves your life and that's productive that many days in a row, and just counting the days and seeing how many days in a row can I do this. That psychological benefit, the confidence you get from that, the boost, it gives you energy and excitement to hit it again the next morning. There's a lot of value in that. And so I was faced with the decision. I had a couple times over this last year, it's basically been, where I had injuries or pains that were pretty bad. Like I had some back pain a couple months ago. It was only for a couple days. I don't know what caused it. I think it was in a martial arts class. I must have tweaked it or something. It really fucking hurt. Like, it was bad. And I could have just been like, I'm not going to work out for the next couple days. I'll take some time off and heal. But instead of doing that, I decided to make adjustments and figure out how to do some kind of workout that wouldn't exacerbate the pain, basically working around the injury. Recently with this neck pain, anything upper body for the past like week or two, it's been really the past like 3 days especially. There was like I tweaked something in my neck and there was a flare up. Anything involving like upper body stuff, it just put some pressure on the neck and it was really painful. And I was like, this is it. I'm really going to have to call it and take some time off and recover. And then I even tried doing some leg workouts, and I was like, I can't even do that because if I'm like holding weights or whatever to do a deadlift or squats, even that, like, it triggers the neck muscles too much where it still hurts. And then I realized, like, I don't even have to use any fucking weights. And I just did, like, air squats. I just did, like, 6 sets of air squats to failure, and it didn't hurt my neck. So I was like, fuck yeah, I worked around it. Then I did calves the next day using no weights. Then I did forearms today. Using, because it's been a couple days and my neck's feeling better. So the point is, like, you can find yourself in a situation where you can make an excuse and you can be like, I'm going to take time off. I'm not going to put the work in. I'm not going to get it done. And oftentimes, maybe it would be perfectly valid to most people. Many times, though, you can just find a way around whatever the obstacle is. And you can keep putting the work in. You can keep moving forward. Quitting and saying, I'm going to rest and take time off and I'm going to throw in the towel and give up, oftentimes, it's not the right answer. And I think too often what I see people doing are finding reasons to give up and make excuses. There's something I like to say to myself. There's this quote I heard watching a motivational video that really stuck with me, where this guy said, your day, think of your day as your life in miniature. And it's one of the most brilliant pieces of time management and just self-improvement principles I've ever heard. Because just think about your day as your life in miniature. If you want to live a life where you're reading lots of books, you're going to have to read every single day. If you want to live a life where you're in good shape, you're going to have to be exercising every day. So, what I ask myself whenever I'm tired or it's been a long day or I have, maybe I'm sick or not feeling so good. And whenever those excuses present themselves, where I'm like, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like reading today. I just remind myself, like, to think of my day as my life in miniature. Whatever set of excuses I have today to justify not doing something, if those particular excuses aren't there the next day, I can think of some other set of excuses. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I've been up since 9 a.m. I ran a bunch of errands. I worked the fucking day job. It's been stressful. I'm exhausted. I gotta be up early tomorrow to do some training. Whatever excuses you can think of, they're probably going to be there the next day and the day after that. So really, really just try to say no to excuses whenever they rear their head. Brian Tracy has a quote that I absolutely love where he says, losers make excuses, winners make progress. And I think that's a good note to end on for this first video of mine. I plan to be making a lot more of these because I have, whenever I'm giving speeches at Toastmasters or something, I find myself gravitating back towards self-improvement and stuff like that, which I guess is natural because it's like really self-improvement oriented environments. But I just have so many thoughts and principles that I have written down and so many different quotes and ideas. And, I don't think of myself as some kind of fucking expert. I'm not saying like, look at me, I have lived such a long and fruitful life. I'm only 25 years old. I'm not like super rich or successful or famous or anything like that. But what I have done over the past 2 or 3 years is really transformed my life for the better in so many different areas. And along the way, I've learned so many different principles. I have so many ideas that help me to manage my time well and be productive and not make excuses and, figure out what activities I should and shouldn't spend time on and eliminate distractions. So many principles that I think I have some insight into because I have personally applied them and improved my life using them. So I plan to be making a lot more videos like these. I don't really expect this channel to fucking blow up. These are what my videos are going to be like. It's just going to be me fucking babbling for a little bit, dropping some ideas that hopefully add value to your life. Don't expect sleek production value. It's just going to be, here are some fucking ideas. Here are some core principles that will help you to improve your life. Hopefully you'll apply them, and hopefully you found this video to be helpful. That's it for today. Until next time, you guys take care.